Are you trying to decide what kind of vacation you want to take next? There are so many choices out there, aren't there? Well, today in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you my top 5 reasons, although there are more, but my top 5 that I feel cruising is a better vacation than any kind of land vacation you could take. My first reason that I feel like cruising is better than any kind of land vacation that you could take is that you get to see more areas and usually even different countries on a cruise nowadays. You know, when cruising first started, it was usually always the Caribbean. Everybody thought about the Caribbean cruises, and they're still available. There's so many options there. But now, I mean, there's so many additions. You can take different itineraries to Mexico. You can go to Alaska, Hawaii, Europe. I mean, Europe's really getting big right now in the cruising. You can go, through the Mediterranean to Norway and see the fjords there. You can even go up to Iceland, Australia, New Zealand. There's just so many different options. So when you think about that, I mean, you're on the same ship, so they're taking you from place to place. It's just so much easier, so much more convenient, less planning involved with that. And usually it's cheaper. I mean, if you figured out how much it would cost with all the transfers and everything, and the hotel stays in these various places, if you wanted to see all of them, it would probably be a lot more. So anyway, you get to see a lot more areas in different countries by cruising. My second reason that I think cruising is better than any kind of land vacation that you could ever take is because you only have to unpack once. One and done. So you get on the ship, you find your cabin, and there's so many different kinds of cabins nowadays. There's still the inside cabins if you want to save a few bucks there. Or there's balconies, different kinds of family cabins, suites, of course, and just a variety. So you find your cabin, you unpack, they have closets, drawers, everything. And you can unpack and you're there for as long as your cruise is. And of course, there's short cruises, 3 or 4 days, a week, 10 days, 15 days, all the way up to like a around the world cruise. I mean, 40 days, but you only have to unpack once and you're done until you go home. And that saves time. If you think about it, if you're traveling and having to go between different areas, different hotels, and all the transfers, unpacking, packing, blah, 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 it saves a lot of time. You're in one place. Of course, cruises are very casual, so you can bring a lot of casual clothes and some dressy clothes, for a couple nights if you want to dress up a little bit too. But yeah, it's just one and done for the packing and unpacking. My third reason that I think cruising is better than any kind of land vacation you could ever take or any kind of resort you could stay in are the ships, the beautiful, beautiful ships that are available to choose from. There are so many different cruise lines now that you can pick from, and each one kind of has their own personality. So if you're looking for a little smaller, more intimate ship, most of the cruise lines have those kind of ships all the way up to the mega ships. So you can pick the size of ship you want or the feel of the ship you want. Do you want more casual? Do you want more luxury? There's something for everybody. And these newer ships are just amazing too. The older ships kind of have their own personalities, but the newer ships are they rival any resort out there with the decor and just the feel. They're so modern and luxurious. They're beautiful. And there's so many new ships that are being built right now and in the next few years that are coming out. So if you need help picking it all, let me know. I can help you with that. But there's such a choice and just the fantastic ships. And of course they have shops, they have restaurants, they have bars, just so much to explore when you get on these ships, and that's one of my favorite things, is to get on the ship for the first time and just say, oh wow, you know, let's explore, let's go look at every area of the ship and go find where we want to go on this cruise. And it's just so much fun, and they're just fantastic. It's not like anything you could find in a regular resort. Okay, my fourth reason for thinking that a cruise is better than a land vacation or resort is that you get those ocean views. And wow, this is probably my favorite reason actually for myself, just because I love the ocean so much. I just love sitting there and looking out at the different ocean views, which change all the time. There's nothing like waking up, sitting out in your balcony with a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and just watching the waves roll and go by and seeing the weather change. It's just, there's nothing like it. You can watch the dolphins swimming by. And depending on where you go in the world, I mean, sitting out on your own balcony, looking at the Norwegian fjords or Alaska fjords, or even New Zealand. Just beautiful. I mean, you can't get that at a resort, obviously. And you know, there's so much deck available on these cruise ships. You can go find a corner somewhere or sit by the pool and sun. And at night, you can stargaze. It's so beautiful. You can see the stars, and it's just so calming and relaxing. Just looking out at the ocean is just amazing. You can't find that in a land vacation. Okay, my fifth and final reason, which it was so hard to limit it to 5, but the fifth reason I have would be the variety of activities that are available on a cruise ship, because there's just so much to do. Or you can choose to do nothing at all. If that's what you want to do, you can just relax, find a chair somewhere, read a book, and just enjoy the scenery and enjoy the views. But if you want to do things, oh my goodness. And for all ages. I mean, from babies on up to elderly, there's something to do for everybody. I mean, they've got the kids clubs for the younger ones that they'll entertain, and they can have so much fun, different activities going on. And for kids, of course, there's the rock climbing walls, surfing, just so many different kinds of water parks, water slides. Now they have, you know, racing, go-karts, roller coasters even on a cruise ship. I mean, there's just so much to do for kids. Mini golf, you name it. I could sit here for hours telling you all the activities. And for adults, there are lots to do there too. We have, of course, the casinos on the cruise ships. If you want to play different games, they have different game shows now. Sometimes lots of trivia on cruise ships. Trivia contests are a big deal. You know, wine tasting, different shows that you can go to, and those are usually all included. I mean, we're talking Broadway shows here that are included in the price of your cruise. But there's just so much to do. They've got the spa, if you want to have a spa day. And of course, I mentioned the water parks. There's pools. There's even sometimes adults only pools where you can go and sit and enjoy. And just also excursions. Like if you want to get off the ship at these different ports of call, you can pick what you want to do. There is an upcharge, of course, for the excursions, but you could choose anything from surfing, if you want to learn how to surf, snorkeling with the sea turtles. You could go scuba diving, just a land tour around the islands, or in Europe if you want to go see the Eiffel Tower. Want to see the volcano on the big island of Hawaii? You can do it. You want to see the Great Barrier Reef in Australia? You can do it. So you pick and choose what you want to do with these excursions. And you just can't find that in a land vacation. It's just amazing the things that there are to do. Sometimes they even have like where you can try the eats, where they'll take you and try different kinds of cooking, making salsa, you name it. It's out there. Fishing in Alaska. So those are just a few options, but the excursions make it fun too. So, I mean, it's hard to find that in a land vacation, you know. There's just such a variety. And if you're disabled at all, most ships are very handicapped accessible nowadays. They have special cabins that are built just for you, and they're very easy to navigate in terms of using a scooter or wheelchair. So you can get pretty much to every area of the ship that you want to go, on the decks and things, or restaurants, shows, and just really have a great vacation. Whereas on land, sometimes it can be very difficult to have to set up transportation or travel from hotel to hotel and everything. So ships are very friendly to people that might have a disability. So those are my top 5 reasons that I think cruising is better than any kind of land vacation you could ever take or resort you could ever stay in. And I know there's a lot more reasons. Some of you might have your own reasons of why you like cruising better than land vacations. So please share them in the comments below and let us know what you like about cruising. Why do you think cruising's better than any kind of land vacation or resort stay? It'll be fun to read the comments and see what everybody thinks. And I hope if you are going on your first cruise or a cruise soon that you have a great time. And bon voyage!